Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. It's the home of the 5 minute or less video. I just sit at home here, just firing my videos away in my office, and all my suits are across the street. So here I am. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice now for 4 decades. I have been doing this August. Believe it or not, I have been doing this 50 years. Don't I look good for this? Anyway, I do these videos for a couple reasons. A, to give you insider information from the Internal Revenue Service that people don't have. I tell you the truth, and I tell you really what you need to know. There's a lot of people, most of the people you hear on YouTube are reading scripts from other people. They really don't know what they're doing. They have these fake background, and you can put lipstick on pigs, but that doesn't make the pig a genius. So anyway, at the end of the day, what I want to talk to you today about, oh, by the way, many of you have come to me because you see me on the national news a lot. I've been on national TV about, I don't know, 5 times maybe in the last 3 months or something like that. So you can look at me and my whole team, and you can make a Calendly appointment for us if in fact you need to. Today, though, what I want to really talk to you today about is owing back payroll taxes and settling your payroll tax debt. So as a revenue officer, a former agent, I've worked thousands of payroll tax cases. I would be a door knocker, go into business, Mike Sullivan, da-da-da-da. So what's the story all about? Can you settle the debt? How are you going to get IRS? Right now, people are really suffering more than ever, and they can't pay their 941 taxes. I know this. I get calls every day because they can't. And what's going to happen at the end of the day? What in fact is going to go ahead and happen? Well, let me tell you what you have to do, because soon, very soon, I'm not an alarmist, but IRS is sending their revenue officers out again. They stopped sending them because of COVID. Many are coming out 2 by 2 literally on 941 payroll taxes. Don't be surprised if you haven't filed or you owe payroll tax debt to get a call from a revenue officer. What is that going to look like? Well, they're going to come out. They could come out with a summons, but many times they're going to go out. They're going to knock on the door, and they're going to want to come in and sit and talk with you. Do you do that? That's up to you. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do, this is what IRS is going to ask you. They're going to say, are all your tax returns filed, and are you current on your payroll tax deposits for this month? If the answer is no to that, I suggest right now you get all your returns filed, whether you can pay or not. File your tax returns, file them, and then at least starting today, start making a payroll tax deposit. This way, it looks like IRS is, you want to say, I want to work with you. Let's take care of the back debt, but now we're going to stay current. Second of all, you got to make sure you really need to stay in business. A lot of people get so far behind, it's impossible really to see forward. So what you may want to be in the neighborhood to do is actually settle your payroll tax debt through the offer and compromise program. Most people only think it's for personal taxes, but it's really for both business and personal. So if that's something that you want to do, you have to be current. Your returns have to be filed. You got to at least be up to date in the month or the quarter we're in. And then what you do is we would submit, or whoever you're going to do this, a 433B, which is a business financial statement. 433B, you can download it, in a 433A, which is the personal financial statement. Then IRS will look at those forms, and then they'll make a determination whether they can settle your debt. They have a very exacting and stricting formula. I used to work the offer program at IRS myself. A matter of fact, myself and I think I need that a little louder. Myself and Peter Salinger actually at IRS have worked over, 2,500 offers in compromise. So if you have a chance, we're going to know that. A lot of times people have to get things in order. on their financial statement. You just can't give it to them and IRS is going to settle the debt. IRS is really going to be looking and zeroing down on two things that you need to know. They're going to be looking at your assets and they're going to be looking at your income and expenses. Those are two really important things that they're looking at. So if you're going to file an offer and compromise, if you have enough assets personally in business to pay the tax, IRS is not going to accept the offer and compromise. They're just not going to do that. And IRS is going to look at what your available income is at the end of the month, and they're going to make a determination whether they can accept that offer or not. The offer and compromise is by a formula. It's not by a judgment. People just don't say, well, gee, this sounds good. IRS will let you know what that formula is. They'll look at your financial statement and then they'll make a determination. Now, that person who's going to come out and work your case as the revenue officer isn't going to make that determination. He's going to take the package, or she, and she's going to submit that package to the offer group, and it's probably going to take a year to go ahead and work. So if you're thinking of settling your debt, or you want to just keep your business open and keep IRS out of your business, you may want to think calling us, because we can keep your business open if we feel it's in your best interest. Go ahead, give us a subscription if you would. Happy to answer questions, make a Calendly appointment with us, and we can go from there. I do appreciate the subscription because YouTube values that, and I try to give you the information you need. Thank you.